I I didn't ask you for it yet. So I said for all you know I'm recording right now. I didn't say I was.
Are you or not?
I'm not.
They keep playing around.
I said for all you know. I didn't say, hey, I pressed the button.
I don't know anything.
You don't know anything?
Never known anything.
All right, well. 3, 2, 1. Um, Hi everybody, welcome back to the Wrasslin room. I am JACOB FATU's merch on WWE Shop. And I have my lovely co-host here with me. And you are?
My name is Doc Rivers. I'm here to. I can't do it. Can't do it. That voice hurts. I can't do it.
Oh my god.
I can't.
Why did you choose Doc? What did he do to you?
Because he talks like he's breathing in and breathing out at the same time. It's crazy. I don't know why. They keep firing from head coaching jobs, and he didn't do anything wrong.
Right. Like what?
Clearly, Joel Embiid's fault. But the point is that's different. That's not the point of today's program. But yeah.
This is why people call you names.
What? I mean, what?
This is exactly why people call you names. Because one of these days you're gonna pick something wrestling related for a wrestling podcast.
No.
Oh.
It's gonna get worse from here, I promise.
Oh, okay. A lot of wrestling this week. A lot of wrestling. We're coming off of Money in the Bank, Heatwave, and the Owen Hart tournament thingy maboober on AEW. It's a lot.
Oh,
a lot happened. So our last episode, I think, dropped on Thursday of last week. So we didn't get to talk about SmackDown. Jimmy Uso has not returned yet.
oh, breaking news.
So I'm still dead inside. Um yeah, we have not talked about Money in the Bank. I don't think we did. Let me check this calendar. Yeah, no, we have not talked about it. That shit was last week. How do you we did talk about Money in the Bank. What the fuck am I talking about?
I was thinking, I was like, I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. Yeah, because no. Huh? I'm confused. Because the last episode was titled Money in the Forbidden Door.
Yes.
So, I believe we gave our predictions. We did not talk about the show.
Oh, I thought we did. Shit, well, I mean, hey.
I'm gonna check the description of the podcast because I type things there.
I'll just say this while you're checking that. NXT Heatwave was 10 stars better than Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Money in the Bank was a great program. You know, so I don't think it was a bad show at all.
Ha! We did not talk about Money in the Bank yet. Yeah.
Oh,
we just gave our predictions. That's what the description says. Because we dropped the episode on 4th of July. So
okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad show at all. I'm not 100% fan of the Drew McIntyre win, but I understand why they did it. Would I have done like that? What? You said, would you want what? You didn't what?
I don't understand why they wasted my time. That's what I don't understand.
Oh, I mean, apparently they needed to throw more kerosene on a feud that is already the hottest feud they got as far as the men go.
I feel like that was their way of bringing Seth back in.
It probably was.
It was more Seth than it was Drew. Like a shot at Drew. It was a way to reel it back in because the main we were supposed to get Punk versus Seth at Mania. So because he got weak ass arms, and was out, they had to flop the match around, and now this is the way to bring Seth back in.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can see it.
Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking of like 4 things to say, and none of them were coming out, so I was just waiting. A little buff period. I don't even know, bro. Like, I just why did you have to do all that for Drew just to get to where we're at now? Like, you could have easily just had Drew get to the top of the ladder and then Punk push him off, and we would have been in the same spot.
Yeah, he did not have to interfere in that match at all.
And just have Damian Priest retain like he should have in the first place. I assumed everyone already knew that he was going to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Carmelo Hayes is right there. Carmelo Hayes and Andrade performed amazing in that ladder match.
They killed themselves. Like, they showed them at the post show limping out of their fucking dressing rooms.
That's how you make a star right there, man. That's how you make a star.
And I don't know what kind of mutant Carmelo Hayes is, but he had a dripping knot on his forehead, and then they showed him Friday and there was nothing there.
He's Wolverine.
No, cut it out.
He is.
He's a black man.
A black Wolverine.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I keep trying to tell people he's like the craziest thing. Just it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I'm not hating, I'm just saying okay.
I honestly have no idea how in the world he healed that fast, but hey.
That shit doesn't make any sense. Like, it was no traces of a scar anywhere.
I don't get it either, but hey, I don't question greatness, you know.
It's insane. What else? Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Why are y'all mad that Sami retained?
I don't want Sami as IC champion anymore.
Oh.
That's it. It's not like a Sami hate thing, or at least I don't want it to come off that way. I don't hate Sami at all. I just don't want him as IC champion anymore.
Boo.
And plus, they keep telling me about this underdog stuff, and he's not underdog.
Well, that's been his entire character his entire time in the WWE. So, like, I don't understand why y'all are acting like that's not always been his gimmick.
because his gimmick can change.
Okay, but he's good at being an underdog.
But you can't be the underdog and be a champion that beat Gunther and Gable 4 times and Braun. You're not an underdog anymore. You are just the champion. You have to like evolve your character at some point. You know what I'm saying? The last time Sami was an underdog is when he's fought Roman at Elimination Chamber.
But still,
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. His gimmick, Rey Mysterio's gimmick, is the underdog. There's a lot of underdogs in wrestling, but when you become champion, you are no longer the underdog. That's how sports work. You know, when you become champion, you are now the favorite. So stop telling me that you're the under. No, you're not the underdog. This is like when they tried to make Becky Rocky.
I don't know who that is.
Who, Rocky or Becky?
The second one. I don't know who that is.
You never saw the Sylvester Stallone movie?
I don't know who the fuck Becky is.
Oh, we talking about Becky. Oh, well, she's a professional wrestler that makes me angry, but that's beyond the point. She's not an underdog, you know. She's not an underdog, and I don't like when superstars who are champions.
And before somebody takes that out of context, I definitely know who Becky Lynch is. I just sit down at shows when she comes out. I just like I've done it on several occasions. I've made eye contact with her while sitting in my seat. So Becky Lynch knows that I don't fuck with her. Like, she knows
That's real.
that. She definitely knows I don't fuck with her. She had a match against Natalya at a house show, and I cheered for Natalya the entire time, very loudly from the third row. That's how much I don't fuck with Becky Lynch. Isn't that crazy? It was me and one other person in that entire arena that was cheering for Natalya. Everybody else was booing her out the water, and I refuse to do it, because how do you put those two in the match and Natalya's the heel in the match? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense.
Man.
Natty?
Excuse me.
Yeah, y'all can go to hell. Y'all can go to hell.
I learned to stop asking questions. They do what they want to do. I can't even. I can't do
it. What else happened? Because there was a bunch of meat on this card. The only women that participated in Money in the Bank was the women's ladder match. The entire card was men.
Yeah.
There was no pre-show match. It was just a meat card. What a side cat.
I'm not sure why Liv and Selena wasn't on the card, but you know.
No, because they gave that to us on Monday Night Raw. Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do. I really needed it on my Monday night,
huh? So then we get to the women's ladder match, because that was that. I we don't get to the women's ladder match. The women's ladder match was after the world title match, where CM Punk decided to come from under the ring and just do stuff. They keep saying he's not cleared, but he keep putting his hands on people. I'm confused.
Yeah, he's doing mad wrestling activity, but he can't wrestle. Pick one. Is he good or not? And if he's not good, just stop putting him in positions so he might get hurt more.
I don't understand it.
His body's not built like that anymore.
I just, it's not connecting with me. They're like, oh, you're not cleared. But y'all putting him under the ring before matches to interfere in matches. I don't understand. Help?
Well, actually, he's not really wrestling. Technically, he's just interfering, so.
He's picking up and wielding chairs. Kiss my ass.
Oh, all right.
He definitely put some hands and feet on Drew during that. That wasn't an interference. He was wrestling. Okay.
He was trying to do something.
Just I don't get it. Maybe it's not for me to get. That is that Michael Cole's reaction was absolutely deserved, though. Like, bro said, Phil, what are you doing? Like, fuck the Punk shit. Nigga, what are you doing? I think Michael Cole and Samantha Irving, like, on the same wavelength of, they don't know what's going on until it's about to happen. Like, they ask to not know. So when stuff just starts happening, that's their genuine reaction. Well, we know that about Samantha, but I feel that same way about Michael Cole.
I hope so.
Like, they don't tell him stuff. He just has his script of stuff that he's supposed to read off. But as far as what's going on in the matches and stuff like that, I don't think he'd be knowing. Because it's just...
That adds a lot to it.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool, too. To just come into your job and be surprised.
Yeah.
Till motherfuckers start going through tables.
Get some genuine reactions out of you, and now it's not like just so robotic, like I'm playing a video game or something.
Yeah.
You know?
That match was so chaotic, though, because when they went through the announcement table, they unplugged Michael Cole's mic for a while. Like, he was out. Could not hear him. Meanwhile, we gotta listen to Corey trying to talk to Cole, and Cole can't hear Corey. It was mad ghetto. I don't know. Money in the Bank was very urban this year. Drew felt his cash in after tweeting "I told you so" or some bullshit like that. Getting the briefcase just to cash in on the person that cashed in on you, to me, felt stupid. He didn't have to cash in at the show necessarily.
Mm.
I feel like if he was gonna cash in on Priest, it could have been like randomly, like Priest could have been like cutting a promo, boom, Claymore back of the head, cash in.
Yeah.
But to do it the same night and fail, I just feel like it could have went to someone else. And again, like you said earlier, they could have just had Punk knock him off the fucking ladder. He didn't have to come into that particular match because it essentially fucked Seth over too, which was my confusion as well. If somebody else interfered in the match, would that really had fucked Seth over? And I'm happy that Priest said on Monday that that was null and void because there was outside interference.
Yeah.
So that was very manly of him. You know, he decided to not be a bitch for once. Aside from being a snitch ass bitch, but that's neither here nor there. We didn't get there yet. Anything else on that match before we go? They were cooking until McIntyre came out. Also, Seth won that match.
Yeah.
Seth won that match, and y'all can play in my face if y'all want to, but whoever was in the truck that didn't hit Drew's music when they were supposed to, Seth fucking won that match. That was a 3 count. Damian Priest did not kick out. Y'all missed y'all's cue. Oh, the ref couldn't count to 3 because of storyline reasons. Who cares? He didn't kick out. Why did you just count to 2?
That's why I was so confused about that, because like, one, I didn't want the match to get completely overtaken because, like you said, the match was amazing until like those last few minutes broke down. So it's like, I wish it didn't get to that point, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. They said they're gonna start adding like ref cameras to the top of their head now.
That's all that
So we can
foolishness.
see it. I'm like, that's not gonna help nothing, because then we can just see what the ref sees, and then if something happens like that again, now we can see it better. Like that's gonna make it worse, you know?
Y'all are gonna just like piss the crowd off even more.
Yeah, I don't know if Damien was supposed to kick out or
No,
if,
Drew's music was supposed to hit at 2.
but why would that stop the ref count?
Distraction.
That's why I never like that about when I hate when WWE does that. Someone's music will hit and then the ref just stops counting. What do you stop counting for? What is his music coming out to do with you counting?
Yeah, his music was supposed to pop at 2 and it didn't. And he went for the 3 count and like cuffed it. But Priest never kicked out. So it didn't make any sense. That's just like that the Kabuki Warriors versus Jade and Bianca, where they never made the tag and freaking Kyrie was just wrestling and Asuka was still supposed to be the person in the ring, and then Kyrie took the pin, but she wasn't the legal person in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that. Like it's, and then like with commentary calling stuff out like that too, is it also like y'all are proving the fans right that y'all just be doing shit and just saying fuck the rules.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on from that foolishness, the women's Money in the Bank match was cute. They did. I'm not a Zoe Starks fan, but taking that bump on that ladder with Io was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, she's a cool wrestler. She's just boring.
Fucking personalities, dog shit. Sonya Deville, thank you for coming to save the day on Monday.
I hope they do something with that still. I really do, because then I'm gonna get really angry if they sit there and pose and then do nothing. I'm gonna get really, really angry.
They had a backstage segment after that. They're gonna do something with it. We'll talk about that in a second, because I peeped some shit. during that backstage segment that a lot of people didn't point out on Twitter, which I'm very surprised by. But I made an entire video like, I see what y'all doing back there, and y'all not slick. Women's ladder match. Tiffany Stratton is Miss Money in the Bank. Knew it. Like I said on the last episode, if they were going to pick Tiffany while Nia's Queen of the Ring, and they're supposed to be like not Tiffany. They're supposed to be like Chelsea and Piper, and like that type of situation. How they pan this out is going to be crazy, and Friday proved that point to me. Well, yesterday proved that point to me. I don't have an issue with her winning. I just don't see how they're going to do this without having her and Nia turn on each other. Because Nia is going to win on August 3rd. So, Bailey, your time is up. I just want to see how they plan that out. Aside from that part, the match was dope as fuck. Using Chelsea being scared of, quote unquote, being scared of heights, as a thing in the match was great. It was hilarious because there was several points in the match where she could have won, but her fear of heights while being a tall woman, was taking away from that. Falling off a ladder into 2 tables, crazy work. And then she like posed as she fell, so bad bitch.
It looked beautiful. That
right, that fall was mad graceful.
was beautiful.
Naomi did great. I'm glad she's, thinning out her bang so it's just not flared all over her fucking face. She had some amazing moments. That split on the between the ladders. What a woman. Jimmy Uso should share. I meant what I said and I'm not correcting it. He should share. Who else was in that fucking match? I don't know. I'm trying to look for the graphics on my computer right now so I can figure out who the fuck else was in that damn match. Jesus be offense.
Io was in there.
I spoke on her. Lyra. That's who I'm forgetting.
Yep, that was it.
That's who I'm always forgetting, because what she be doing. I don't remember too much of her in the match. I just felt like she was just in the match.
She was just there.
Yeah, I
don't think anyone in the match did bad. There were just a few people who just were just in there, So yeah. I don't know. I definitely wish. I really hope that they work on presenting these women better, because all of them can wrestle, but the personality aspects of them are not good. They're not good. So they have to work on that. Or the Zoe Stark experiment. It's very obvious. Triple H is very high on her. It's not going to work until they figure out how to get some real presentation for her besides wrestling only.
Something that upset me was Trish not coming and popping Zoe and her shit. I really wanted that to happen so bad.
Yeah, that was something that I was hoping for,
I didn't get what I wanted, and that's okay. We don't need violence all the time, but she could have popped her shit. I'm trying to think other moments in that match, because see, to me, Heatwave overshadowed Money in the Bank. So
in every way possible.
Money in the Bank is kind of like a blur to me. I remember more of Heatwave than I do Money in the Bank, and I was watching I watched Money in the Bank on Sunday because I worked Saturday night. So the only thing that I saw of Money in the Bank was the very, very end of Cody taking the pin from Solo. Like when I walked in the house and turned on Peacock, that's literally what was happening.
Yeah.
That botched low blow where Tongalo punched his brother in the fucking head. We'll talk about that in a second. And then like the pin, that's what I saw. But as Heatwave was, I was at the end of Money in the Bank as Heatwave was starting, so I had both things up on my computer at the same time, and I was very, very, very intrigued with what NXT had going on. But NXT always puts on bangers. Actually, No Mercy is what got me into NXT. I used to ignore the fuck out of it, but seeing Tiffany Stratton beat the dog shit out of Becky Lynch was great, but she should have won that match and didn't. So,
real.
Here we are. The main event of Money in the Bank. Excuse me, I have an orange lifesaver in my mouth and it's very sour. This shit's beating my ass. Give me a second.
She ain't lifesaver. I want lifesaver. Is it the chewy one or the hard one?
It's the gummies.
Oh, I ain't had those in a long time. But nah, man.
Oh, I'm hitting my keyboard. My stuff is happening.
What?
I have to pick my keyboard up off the floor. I have to. Like my stuff just started happening on my screen. I got scared. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh.
So, the main event. Bloodline versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens was full of emotions during that match because his mom was in the hospital. So the frustrations of having to work, knowing that, you know, she was in the hospital a few hours away. He put that into work.
Yeah.
And I respect him for that because I would have said, fuck y'all. I'm not coming. But
yeah,
he said that he knew that if he did not go to work, his mama would have cussed him out. So he went to work. There was a lot of aggression. He looked like he was fuming like the entire show. And I guess that gives for good wrestles, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you watched the whole match, right?
I did.
Was there a disconnect for you anywhere in that match?
I got lost. I still don't understand Tongaloa's purpose in the bloodline.
Oh yeah, he's always the disc. Yeah, he just be there. He literally just be there. I can't. No one has told me what he does yet.
Yeah, no, like at all. I don't know if he's supposed to be the wise man. I don't know if he's supposed to be Jimmy's replacement, but Jimmy did stuff, so that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Something about the match felt flat. At parts of the match, like I said, I had Heatwave up as well, and at that point, Roxanne versus Lola was on, so I was kind of watching that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I got lost. JACOB FATU is doing amazing in WWE. Solo's transition character wise is going very, very well. Y'all hate his fucking guts. That means he's doing his job. I don't know. Where was the disconnect for you?
With the person that you just said.
Solo?
Yeah.
Eat my shorts.
No, I will not. Because I told you before. This shit has so many plot holes, bro.
My tribal chief.
He can be that. But when the real tribal chief walks back in, the only one that can do something is JACOB. Solo can't do nothing about that. And if they try to tell me Solo can, I'm gonna call Cap.
Well, I think JACOB was working for Roman anyway, but continue.
That's even worse. Oh my god, y'all better hope not. And then all of your momentum goes away. I'm trying to tell you. JACOB is carrying. JACOB is about to go on a generational LeBron James in 2016 carry run right now. And I need Solo to hit a shot because JACOB is scoring everything. He getting rebounds, assists. He went out there and did 18 moonsaults. We'll talk about that later. But he did all kinds of moves. He destroyed 2 tag teams by himself.
Yeah.
He moving cameraman out the way. He's a bad man. He's a very bad man.
Cussing out the cameraman is still crazy to me. I don't know.
Solo, fight back. You already boring, homie. I don't hate you, but you already boring. You nobody. Well, your life's just tribal chief, but that's her thing. With me, I no.
Fucking hater.
You got gloves on. You got stupid suits.
I think it's because I know how great he is outside of the persona that, or the way that he's portrayed. That's like keeping my faith. I know how good he was prior to WWE. You know. So that's what it is for me. I think that if they didn't strip him of his mic privileges last year, I think people would embrace him more, because the thing that people say about Solo all the time is he just stands there, he doesn't do anything, he's just there, he's just a thumb, you know. And that's not true. Like, bro's a beast, but they put him in this side character and it kind of like fucked him. And being out enforced by your enforcer is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we all know how good Shaq was in his prime as a basketball player. And then he got older. And then people still try to say, oh, that's still Shaq. It's still Shaq. Yes, but over time, as your role changes, as your body ages, you become less of what you were. I don't think Solo has hit his prime yet. I don't want to say that. But Solo, to me, already had. I think Solo peaked. I think Solo peaked, but at the same time, I don't think he hit his prime yet. I'm in a weird spot with him because I don't know. He's so confusing to me. He's a freaking anomaly to me right now because I don't know what part of his career he's at. Because I've seen all the stuff of him before, you know. And then the last time I was fully interested in this man is when he was in NXT, because he wasn't with the Bloodline. Apparently, he didn't want to be a part of the Bloodline stuff, but they made him anyway for obvious reasons. He had mic skills, he had wrestling skills, he had his own character, he had his own standalone feuds. He was calling Gunther silly names on NXT. I was having a great time. I was dancing. And then the Bloodline stuff started.
I was just about to ask you.
They stripped him.
I was just about to ask you if you preferred the street champ over the enforcer.
Absolutely. The street champ is the best gimmick that he's had in this company. Because he was Solo means one person. WWE, that's what Solo means. Triple H. That's what Solo means. Solo means one, not group. So he was fine when he was Solo, but when you add him into this group and then you take away his talking ability, you don't say nothing anymore. You take away half his moveset. You put him in the same main event every week on Friday night, and he's the most integral part into Roman Reigns retaining at WrestleMania 39. All of that leads to him just being a thumb. we know that he's not a thumb. We know that he's more than just a thumb. But when that's what's being presented to you, and when this my perception of wrestling has always been, what have you done for me lately? Well, I look at that really like all sports. What have you done for me lately? You can't keep going off of what you used to do.
I don't like how the song started playing in my head.
What, the Janet Jackson song?
Yes.
What have you done?
Hey!
Hey! That's what I'm saying. Like, we know what Solo can do, and I don't want to call him because he's not trash. He's excellent, but
I was
not
literally
right
just showing you his indie highlights before we started.
And that's the thing, I can't even watch it now because all it does is make me angry because I see what he can do. That's great, but he's not doing any of that stuff now, and this is where we need him to be, because while Roman isn't here for these next 2-3 weeks, you have to be somewhat interesting. And it's bad enough you got boring Tonga Loa behind you. JACOB has already outshined him, outshined everyone in that group. And Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, he's doing his own thing. He's okay because he's all right.
I feel like outside of Tongaloa, this group is full of beasts, and they're not showing their full potential because WWE has a certain wrestling style. Like, Tama Tonga is fresh out of New Japan. He was over there wildin'. JACOB was MLW champ for God knows how fucking long. He just had a run in GCW. Like, they're insane, and they nerfed 2 out of the 3 beasts. They haven't nerfed JACOB yet. Hopefully they don't. Because again, I still think that he's working for Roman, but we'll get to that when we talk about what happened last night. But it makes me shrug.
I don't think they're gonna they're gonna tell JACOB to calm down. He gonna be like, nah. I'm like, okay, sorry. I don't
he cussed the camera crew out last night.
I don't think he cares. I don't know if Triple H realized the gravity of what he's just done. You just let this very scary man in. He's doing moonsaults. You got a big problem on your hands.
Perfect.
And Solo ain't hooping like that right now. So until he does something that makes me remotely interested in him, I hope to God that match against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, that he shows something more than what he's been showing me ever since Crown Jewel.
I think that match is gonna end in a DQ.
That's cool. That is cool. But for the last 5 minutes, that's gonna be all the DQ stuff. From the match starts, however, this is a 20-minute match, let's say. If they go 20 minutes, 15 out of those 20 minutes, I need to see the best Solo Sikoa I've seen in months. Because you're going against Cody Rhodes, who is the undisputed champion, and you have to perform. You have to. Or you're still stuck in the same spot. And then when Roman comes back, now you're even more second place.
Nah, he said Roman got to acknowledge him.
Man, he thinks what if? Do you understand the gravity of if Solo and Roman are in the ring and they're cutting a promo and Roman cooks Solo? Do you know how bad it's gonna get?
Roman don't want that smoke though.
He don't want smoke with the street champ Solo, because that's the only one that can do nothing. This one,
and the reason why I said that is because I think back to SummerSlam and Money in the Bank last year, and when the Usos said that they know who they would elect to be the next tribal chief, and they looked at Solo and Roman started to laugh, and then Solo looked at Roman like, bitch, fuck you laughing at, and then Roman kind of like stopped laughing because he was a little scared. And then we fast forward to SummerSlam in the match with Jay, and Solo interfered, and he wasn't so to Solo's point. Roman wasn't doing what Solo needed him to do in that match. So he was screaming and hollering at him and essentially was taking fucking orders from him. And then he took the spear because Jay moved out of the way, and Solo was pissed about that, and he cussed him out in Samoan. Like, it was just a lot going on that, like, Roman never really, like, fought back with Solo, which is why I feel like he's a little... I think I want to fuck with Lil Cuz. He a little not all the way there. I think he knows that Solo's not sane.
Then that's what, and at that point, that's when you tell a different story. That is when you have Solo flip that switch at that point.
Even at Mania, when Cody kept kicking out and Solo was like, finish him. Like, what are you doing? And Roman was like, I'm trying.
That's what I need to see then, because if not,
Did you go back and watch Mania after we left?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I watched it back over a few times. It was. I completely understand what direction they're going in. Mm-hmm. I just need them to execute it in the right way, and this is only for Solo's benefit. Mm-hmm. I don't want Solo to be as boring as he is to me. I really don't. I want to be interested in everybody. But Solo being the tribal chief and him not acting like a tribal chief, to me, it takes me out of it completely. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say when Solo comes out. Boo! That's what I'm saying. That's what they. So it's just I need them to fix it, because I know what this guy can be. We all know what this guy can be. It's not something that none of us have heard before. We all know how good this guy can be. So just do it. Allow him to be as cerebral as y'all say he is. Or I'm just gonna keep booing him. And every time I bring him up, I'm just gonna laugh, because
don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at him. You're not boring, he is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't none of us, it ain't nobody's fault except theirs. So until they fix it, I'm gonna keep laughing. And hopefully they can fix it. That's all I got.
Also, WWE, I have one request. Get Solo some fucking merch. I'm so sick and tired of y'all playing in his face. He's been with y'all company for almost 3 years now, and the only thing that he has is a shirt that says Solo on the front, and then there's some old NXT merch that nobody's buying. So fix that. There's no reason why I should have better Solo merchandise than y'all do, and y'all essentially own that man.
That's a deeper conversation, and that's that one. I won't blame Solo for that one. That's
no one in creative has come up with anything, and I've made 3 designs.
Yeah, you're right.
Several colors.
Nobody in creative thinks of anything for Solo. That's the problem. That's the dilemma we're in right now.
I'll put the link to the shop in the bio for this week's episode.
That's real. That's real.
I think Cody taking the pen was good.
Yeah.
That botched low blow was crazy. Because I don't think that he realized that he punched his brother in the fucking head. How do you miss a low blow? He missed his cue at Backlash. He's never in the right spot, which is why I think they ended up bringing Jacob in, is because Tanga Loa can't fucking wrestle. And then, well, he can't fucking wrestle. I was gonna try and cover that up. No, he can't fucking wrestle. Keep going. And then he continuously botches. I don't how do you botch a low blow? It's not that hard to hit somebody in the dick. Especially from behind. It's not that hard. He punched Tama Tonga in the fucking head. He hit him. You didn't even go for the nods. You hit your brother in the fucking head.
I don't know what's up with him.
Fucking sense.
Solo, you better than Tonga Love, I tell you that. Cause God, he don't. At least Solo does something.
Could have told you that.
At least Solo does something. Tanga Loa, no one. I keep asking this question, and no one has told me
He doesn't have gear. He just wears suits.
But like, what does he do? Like,
he's just there.
He just be out there running and
Because
posing.
that was my thing too. I thought when they said that this was a 6-man match, and then the poster came out and all 4 of the Bloodline members was on the poster, I thought for sure it was going to be a 4-man. It was going to end up being a 4-on-4, and somebody else was going to end up joining like Cody's side. And that when that didn't happen, I was just like, so why the fuck is Tanga Loa here? Also, I do not want Jimmy Uso to align himself with Cody Rhodes when he comes back. I don't want that. Because then it's going to be the whole thing with Jay all over again. I don't need that.
Well, now he's going to come back with Roman, I feel like, now.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. But then that would mean he's coming at SummerSlam. He's not going to come before SummerSlam.
Yes.
At this point, we have 2 weeks until SummerSlam.
It's probably going to be Roman and Jimmy coming out at the same time or in the same night.
Ew.
Which I feel like that's their last chance.
Because then Paul comes back too.
Yeah, you just do all of it right there.
And what made me realize that everybody is coming back was Solo's promo last night where he named everybody.
Yeah.
Also, y'all have to stop having these crazy ass Bloodline endings to SmackDown and then having a fucking Jey Uso dark match like right after. That is insane. Bro is sitting backstage watching his brother and cousins just fuck shit up.
Like, do something. Back there dancing.
Run out. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Here, bro.
Why are you put the spray bottle down and go help somebody, please?
We know you don't want to smoke with Bray and Bo. We know you don't want to smoke with Alexa and them. We understand.
Like, please, just do something about your family members. Because technically, if you want to go by, like, DNA and shit, technically, since Rikishi and Tonga Kid are twins, they share, like, the exact same DNA. Them niggas is actually technically brothers with different moms. Did you know that?
No, I was great. I was confused.
You're about to act. Okay, so I'm gonna explain this in Maury terms for all the urbans listening. So when they would have like the girl come in and she's like, "Oh, I slept with twin brothers," and then they do the DNA test, both of the brothers would be the father, so they would have to do a blood test to prove which one is the dad because the twins have this same exact like DNA structure because everything is copy paste. Like they're identical twins. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
that
yo, go get your brother cousin. He out there wilding.
Somebody do something.
But that's it for Money in the Bank. I do think that Cody taking a pin was the right move. Randy Orton, please, like, you're back. We'll talk about that soon. Heatwave, banger. Outshine the fuck out of Money in the Bank. Like, real bad.
Storm has been running laps around Triple H for months now, and someone has to do something. Because it's starting to get a little flagrant now.
This is real spooky out here in these streets.
The gap is widening. People are coming to NXT, and they're very explicitly not joining the main roster for obvious reasons. And Shawn Michaels is better than Triple H right now as far as booking the shows. I do think that's going to change maybe as certain people get called up, but at the same time, Shawn's formula has been working for a while now. So it's like, Triple H, please, when 2025 comes and that Netflix and stuff, you got to fight back, bro, because Shawn's killing you right now. You can't go out like that.
Obafemi and Wesley opened the show.
I don't know. I did it.
There was a
I
pre-show. There was a
didn't watch
pre-show
a lot.
match. There was a pre-show match. Do I recall what the fuck that shit was? No. But
I watched all that afterwards.
what the fuck? The complete results. Yes, give me the complete results. Oh, WWE. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So I take that back. They did not open. So the pre-show had Carmen and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. I didn't hear much about this match. There's a girl on Love Island that looks exactly like Ariana Grace and it's scary. Like same exact face. So I'm just like,
What?
how you on the island and wrestling at the same time? That's very strange. Um,
A lot
but
of playing.
according to this, it says it doesn't tell me who fucking won the match, WWE.com. Because I didn't watch the pre-show. Again, I was watching Money in the Bank on Sunday.
I didn't know they had a pre-show match.
See? It's that shit.
I had to watch the whole pay-per-view after it already went off.
Oh, okay. So Carmen and Ariana won. Okay, it is here. Y'all should stop just putting people's last names when y'all talk about them on this fucking website. For love of Jesus Christ. Shit was losing me. But Oba and West was the first match of the night. I'm so happy that Obafemi finally got to defend his title in a single one-on-one match and not a fucking three-man. Shawn Michaels, thank you for breaking the curse. I don't know what the fuck you had going on the 2 matches prior to that, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very, very much.
Obafemi is going to be the last ever North American champion, and I fully believe that. When you look up professional wrestling, he pops up. That's just what it is.
Waffles.
See, he's just the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, we need to acknowledge that he's not ever going to lose that belt. And
I'm gonna ask you a conflicting question in a second.
What are you going? Oh, now I'm scared. Now I'm scared.
Continue.
No, now you gotta ask me because now I'm scared.
Who are you picking? Oba or Mello?
Well, 2 legends can coexist. You know what I'm saying? We just both of them are great black men.
That's not what I asked you.
Both of them are successful.
I asked you this or that.
Both of them are champions.
He's
both of them are just great. You know what I'm saying? So yes.
Who's the better North American champion?
You know, when you think about wrestling, you know, it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, well, all right, let me paint this picture for you. Mello and Oba type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you understand what I'm trying to say? Like you get it?
Leave me alone.
You get it?
I fucking knew this was gonna happen.
You get, like, I think I explained it pretty well.
You don't give straight answers, and it's frustrating.
I just gave you 2 straight answers.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You danced.
I just told you.
You did the cha-cha slide around that fucking question, and all you had to do was pick a name.
But I'm that's what I was trying to explain to
you. It's
you.
past my nap time. Let's scroll. It's definitely past my nap time. And I've only been awake for 4 hours. Connie Jordan versus Sol Ruka. I did not see this match, but I heard the girlies cooked. Like,
hey,
I heard this match was better than fucking Lola and Roxanne. That's what I heard.
There is no reason There's no reason for
Mad
Soul.
athleticism.
Bro, there's no reason for Soul and Kaylani to be as good as they are right now.
Cook.
It doesn't make any sense.
Water whipping in the kitchen.
Kaylani is like, she reminds me of like RVD.
Yes.
In like an RVD's prime, just as far as she moves around the ring. And she is like a natural, it seems.
She does the split thing with the weights like him.
Yeah. Like I saw that, I was like, yo, where did she pull that one out? It's freaking core strength that takes. And then freaking the Soul, the first night when she did that Soul Snatcher, that was a crazy night. I was like, what move was that?
Progressively getting better. Like, it's insane. Every time
like,
she does it, it's harder.
SmackDown versus Raw last finisher, and she just keeps doing it consistently, and she ain't messed it up at all. Just same move, just fluid every time. And then, man, ain't no reason for me to be as good as her.
When she did that shit in the ladder match, like between the ladders, oh my god.
The precision that takes to not break your whole shit is crazy.
And she's coming back off a knee injury.
Yeah, with the brace on. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that NXT has the best women's division in America.
Yes.
I can't. I love the Jordan Graces and the Mercedes Monets and all that stuff. But you would have people that weren't supposed to be wrestlers, bring them in and say, you're going to wrestle now. And then they're good. That doesn't make any sense, bro. And it's not like good, like passable. They look like they were. If someone told me that Soul wrestled for 10 years before now, I would believe it.
Yeah.
But that's not true. It's not true for Kaylani. It's not true for half the women in the NXT roster. But all of them are out there just performing at a very high level for some reason. And that's just a testament to, first of all, their ability just as people, Kaylani and Soul and everyone else, and then the training of the company. When those two things mix, you got yourself some really, really great professional wrestling. And it's insane.
I'm going to continue to say this. The NXT roster itself is the reason why I told Piper and Tegan to stop trying to hype me up to wrestle. I can't do this shit these girls be. These bitches be doing backflips off their elbows. Like, I'm not built like that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I would be useless. As soon as I take a bump, I would be ready to go. Like, no, it's not happening. I could be a manager or something.
Backflip.
You said you could do a backflip?
No, I think you can't do a backflip.
I don't think I've never trusted my body in the air, so no, I can't do a backflip.
What? What does that even mean?
You have to trust yourself to be able to do a flip. I don't trust myself in the air.
I've never trusted my body in the air.
Nope.
How long have you been in the air? What happened?
I don't like being picked up, let alone pick myself up. That's not. Keep me on the ground, please. Thank you. Tag team titles. They're calling themselves Axiom. On Twitter, I don't understand it, but Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Chase U. The guys retained. I think Axiom and Nathan Frazier are a very, very, very good tag team. Again, them becoming a tag team after having a match at Deadline is still crazy to me, because they literally tore each other apart during that pre-show, and then the next week they were like, oh yeah, we're tag team partners. What?
That's real.
So that point still gets me, like, every time. But I enjoy seeing the two of them in the ring. I enjoy seeing them in the ring together. And I don't know what the fuck is going on with Chase U nowadays. So I don't understand why Andre Chase is still in NXT, but there's really nothing for him on the main roster anyway. So that's also cool. Was his partner Duke? Yes, his partner was Duke.
Mm-hmm.
And then they barred Ridge Holland from coming to Canada. So
yeah, that match was insane too. I don't know why in the world
everybody was cooking.
I'm trying, man.
I saw like the tail end of that. I saw the ending of that match.
And I haven't really been a fan of Nathan Frazier and Axiom as a tag team just because obviously they're great wrestlers, but I just don't really gravitate towards the character. But that's probably like my one issue. Just Axiom is cool, Nathan Frazier, I think he's excellent as far as wrestling goes. I just don't know what his character is, so that's like my only disconnect. But beyond that, I can't even say a bad word about him because you can't. That he seemed like he's been. I don't know how long he's been wrestling. I don't know his wrestling background. I think he was trained by Rollins. That's what I was told before.
Frazier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he wrestles just like Rollins used to. So I
a lot of
really
his spots are Rollins spots. I've seen people put those side by side on Twitter.
So be that as it may, they're cool, I hope by the main roster, I hope they give me some like just real character work from them. Even though NXT, I think, is better at character work development, I hope whenever they go to the main roster, they can get some of that so they don't just fall apart.
They were one of them was they were on Speed at Madison Square Garden, like when they filmed the Speed episodes at Madison Square Garden. One of them was a part of that. I think it might have been. I think it might have been Nathan Frazier.
Probably was.
Yeah, one of them was a part of that. So they're looking at them to be a part of main roster things. I don't think they've had them on main event yet. That would be cool.
I thought Nathan Frazier was on main event like at like Raw.
But I mean, like as a part, like as a tag team, to like bring them to the main roster as a tag team, put them on main event because we've had people from NXT on main event. Gigi was doing stuff on main event for a while. When Kiana got called up, she had a match against Natalia on main event. Dijak's last match with WWE was on main event. I still don't understand why they never put him on TV on the main roster. That was so stupid. So yeah. That's the place where you put people in front of the main roster who are in NXT. I feel like that's what they should use main event for. Just to test them out to see how like the crowd reacts to them. Cause when Lyra came up, her first televised event was in my hometown, and it seemed like my city been watching the product because everybody knew where to put the woos at during her theme. So I guess it just depends on where you are. The next match was the Women's NXT Championship. Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice. Lola sort of won this match, but I'm not complaining. Because I really do think that they're gearing up for Cora to come back. But I do feel like Lola should have won this match. Because I still don't believe Roxanne as a heel. Y'all won't make me believe her as a heel. I'm sorry. It's just not happening.
You're right. It seemed like she out there. She don't seem like she's a heel. She like she it's like she has a bad day. It's like she's always having a bad day. That's what it seems like. It's like she's always just angry, and like that's cool. You know what I'm saying? People have emotions, but her as a heel is just I'm not feeling it. The promos, I'm not feeling it. The matches, she's already been at a main roster party since she got there.
She's been in the Rumble twice. So
yeah.
They see the potential in her. Yeah.
They pump faked her twice, and it's like
they had her on Raw at the first Raw at Raw after Mania, defending her NXT championship, which made no fucking sense because she had literally won it 2 days before.
And they're like, nah, go out there, do it again. Okay. All right. Cool, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, I do think she has to come to the main roster at some point, and I thought that Lola was going to be the one to do it. But I think Lola's still going to be there at some point. I think that's when they pick. I don't think Cora is going to be the one to beat her. Part of me wants them to just bypass Cora and NXT and just when she comes back, have her just be Roxanne's first rival on the main roster. I think that would be a really cool way to do that. Could that at that point you are developing both of them at the same time? You know, it kind of is weird about who wins the matches.
Are they
But
going to Raw or SmackDown?
I would put them on Raw. Roxanne was already on there once.
Cora Jade has to look at her ex-boyfriend every Monday.
Who's her ex-boyfriend?
Breaker.
Oh, I keep forgetting that shit. Niggas told me that. I was like, how do y'all know this shit? I never knew. So he pictured this shit.
Her new boyfriend, actually, Lola, like, wiped him the fuck out the Tuesday before that terrible promo that they did where Lola was like fake crying. The quote unquote security guard that she popped in the face is Cora Jade's new boyfriend.
That's real. Shout out to the WWE security too. They've been trying to get they've been trying to get a tryout, and I see what they're doing. They've been trying to get their faces out here, and I understand.
Triple H made the joke at one of the last two press conferences of, yeah, those security guards are gonna make great wrestlers one day.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy because a lot of the men on the rosters now were security guards at one point. Like Trick was a security guard at one point. Priest was. LA Knight.
Yeah.
They had Tommaso Ciampa. He played he did some in-ring shit a long time ago. He had hair and no beard.
Oh yeah, he was like a lawyer or something. I forget. He was like talking with something. I forget what like story that was.
Yeah, that's they appear and then they become something. We've had there've been people from like AEW who've made like small appearances and shit on WWE in the past. Max, what the fuck?
Max Caster, that guy.
Yeah, he played one of Bobby Lashley's sisters in that one promo that one time.
That guy, man.
Joe Hendry was a lawyer for Lana and Rusev. So, they always come back eventually.
I think Lana just got released from AEW.
She was quote unquote quietly released in April. However, when she announced her divorce on TikTok, she also announced that she was no longer working at AEW. And I think me and Shayna Hill were the only two people who paid attention to that fucking TikTok. Because that happened. When was that? She said, the caption said, "What if I told you guys I was single and heading towards, I think, the Royal Rumble," or something like that. So she was probably let go before April. But they're reporting it as she was gone in April. Because after Andrade left, he came straight into the Rumble, and that was the last time we saw her. It was when she turned on him for her then husband, and that was at World's End in December.
I totally forgot about it. I forgot she worked there until I saw someone on YouTube say she left. I was like, when?
Because she had a fucking hole in her finger for like 3 months.
Yeah.
That was everybody's focused on her, was that fucking hole in her finger.
I totally forgot she was doing that like manager gimmick thing, but just ignoring Mira. I was like, okay.
She was doing everything to like fuck him over. That was her whole shit. And then they tried to make them work together, and he was just like, no, she's not fucking real. I don't know. Like, nigga thought he was seeing shit, and she actually existed. Like, y'all live together. Fuck you talking about?
Keep her away from Nia Jax, because if Nia puts her through a table again, like, I'm gonna lose it. But
if they bring her back, I think they should feed off of her relationship, if that is even still a thing, with Damian Priest, and just make her like arm candy or something.
You put her in the Judgment Day.
No,
Oh,
just she'd just be there, just pop up from time to time. She wouldn't go. She wouldn't be like a valet or anything to come down to the ring. She would just pop up, like brush
I
his
mean,
hair or
if
something.
she's brush his hair. If she's doing something, I don't want her to be there just being an NPC. So if she's doing something, that would be, what I'm saying, that would be cool.
So I'm gonna ask you a question before we get into this next match. Do
Okay.
you think that Javon and Trick were distracted by their friendship during this match?
I think Javon might have been, and that's okay. I think that's okay because he's still playing the role of him being like the new guy, So he's playing the role of being like the naive guy. And him and Trick were like pulling their punches half the time against each other, so that makes sense to some extent. But I don't think Trick was. I think Trick was focused. I think Javon may not have been all the way. Yeah.
So, with that being said, Ethan Page defeated Trick Williams, Shawn Spears, and Javon Evans to win the NXT Championship. Boo! And his win was literally like the most comedic way possible. Bro got hit with a trick shot and just passed out on top of Javon, and then 1, 2, 3, because both shoulders were down. Shawn Spears, you and your mohawk is a sack of shit for pulling Trick out of the ring. That was a freak win. I hate it.
Yeah,
I don't like the way that ended at all. That was nasty. That is not the way you take the title off of Trick Williams. I'm sorry.
They definitely had to do the freaking the Shawn Michaels gimmick, the Shawn Michaels angle, with that. And I didn't realize what they were doing until I saw the clip. I didn't realize what they were doing until they showed me the clip again. I was like, okay, I understand, but it's just like I was very confused on why Shawn would just pull a Trick out of the ring. Like it looked like it was a tag match finish.
Yeah.
Like it was Ethan and freaking Ethan and Shawn versus Javon and Trick. That would have been a great finish for a tag match. For a championship match where all y'all are fighting for each other, is like we're fighting for your own like solo win here. But
that ending reminded me, and I'm happy you said the tag match thing. That ending reminded me of the 3-woman tag match at Clash, because that is the exact way that Elba and Isla won.
mm-hmm.
Shayna was on the outside of the ring. No, Elba was on the outside of the ring pulling on Bianca's legs. That's how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That shit gave me a headache. I was sitting here like, there's so many ways that could have went, and Javon taking the pin, I didn't like that at all either.
Yeah, I think the less person in that match was Shawn Spears. So I don't know. I don't even know how Shawn Spears really got in this feud except for him just walking out and saying nah. But I mean, he's there, so
him and Trick had a match and he pinned Trick.
I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's how he got there. But every time I also look at him, I just think about the fact that is Stan that Shawn Michaels super kicked in that one backstage segment, because Triple H said that niggas said that DX aren't controversial anymore. So he just went backstage, just kicking motherfuckers in the face.
It's
Nigga
a classic
Shawn,
segment.
Nigga Sean said, "What's your name?" Stan. I just kicked Stan. I'm not controversial. I just keep thinking of that every time I see it. Because that is Sean Spears, if y'all didn't know that.
That was a classic segment right there.
I think it's like 45, still trying to fucking make it in WWE.
I love that freaking Shawn redemption storyline, like that, the DX resurgence. I was locked in for that shit. Man.
Also finding out that Kane, like the match with Kane that he had is the reason why he has a lazy eye is so crazy to me.
Kane was out there hitting them for real back then. He used to work stiff too, and I didn't really realize it until I went back and started watching. I was like, nah, Kane was hitting him kind of hard. He was kind of hitting him hard, and he's already big, so he ain't gotta put too much effort into it. Man, knocking them all around.
Put you down.
But nah, I definitely expected Trick to be champion for a longer time.
Why did y'all have signs at NXT? I'm sorry. I just thought about that. That shit pissed me off.
What?
The crowd on Tuesday, people had mad signs in the crowd. Y'all are in the PC. If y'all don't put them fucking signs down, there are people literally in the back of your neck. Put the sign down, huh?
We're bringing signs back.
No, not in the PC.
I thought they always had signs in there.
Niggas had full-blown, like, Monday Night Raw ass signs inside the PC. And I'm just like, if y'all put this shit down.
I want to bring a sign.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw, Mommy's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know where she got her top from, and I think I might go order one.
Speaking of top, Liv down. No, sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like I delivered that weird. I feel like I could have delivered that better.
Now, when somebody takes that out of context and just starts circulating it around the internet, then what?
Circulating what?
What you just said.
And what's the narrative going to be?
Yeah, who knows?
What?
All I heard was, speaking of on top, and then you said Liv. Like, I didn't say the word top at all, I don't think. Did I?
No, you said top.
I said Mommy's back.
You said it. No, you said Rhea. You said Rhea's top that you wanted to get, like on the website.
Oh, her shirt. See, yes. And then you took that and ran with it. Okay.
You said top.
I'm sleepy.
Dom was on top of Liv on Raw.
Sleepy.
Was she not? Did I say something wrong? All right then. Okay. Dom was definitely on top of Liv. About to get real kissy.
That nigga grabbed, he reached back for that leg to prop her up. Sir, you are married. And you've been married for a couple months. Relax. Goddamn.
You gotta play the part, man. Sometimes you can't fight the feeling.
Somebody tweeted some bullshit and it was like, oh, if I was Dom's wife, I'd be filing the divorce papers. I said, you'll never leave no working man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You must not be about your money for real.
He's at work. You'll never leave no working man, honey. Unless he beating your ass. You'll never leave no working man. But then I have to remember a lot of the stan pages on Twitter are fucking children. They're not in their 20s and don't know nothing about life.
I really hope one day Twitter just poof. So I don't gotta hear none of them saying no stupid ass.
Well. So Damian Priest is a fuck ass snitch.
Whoa.
What? I said something wrong?
Whoa.
He is a fuck ass snitch. At his big grown ass age. Big bitch. Big snitching ass bitch. Snitch ass trick. Stitches ass bitch. That's why Gunther about to take your belt ass bitch.
Well, that's real. Okay.
Y'all niggas got matching tattoos and you telling? That's crazy.
Who got matching tattoos?
Fucking Rhea, Dom, and Priest, and you snitching.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They, all of them got about 3 matching tattoos, and you telling? Ugh. Horror.
Well, how you know he told though? Rhea probably was watching this entire time.
He said last week, he asked Dom, he said, have you spoke to Rhea? He said, yeah, all the time. Everything's fine. He said, well, that can't be true because I spoke to Rhea and she's pissed. So he's already been snitching. Then on Monday, he got a call after he spoke to Dom and was like, oh, you're here? All right, I'm going to tell you where to come in at. He backdoored his boy. Well, him and Rhea been cool longer, but like still, you still a fucking like snitch ass bitch. Like that's crazy.
I don't think Damian was snitching. I think that Rhea was just using her TV. I think this is happening on live broadcast every week. Rhea was just watching. The phone calls could have happened. I don't think Damian had to tell her what was happening on TV every week.
That. She was outside.
Her TV don't work?
Nope. She was outside with her man on her honeymoon. She stopped using social media, all of that shit.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what gave away her comeback too, was she started using social media again.
She just threw her phone away. She just never went on USA Network, you know.
Yeah.
Had no idea. For 4 weeks.
She started posting them puppies again, and then everybody was like, oh my god, mommy's coming back, and then she came on TV. I was just like, what the fuck? I was cussing Twitter out too. I was like, are y'all saying she's coming back because she's back on socials? Or like what? Because none of the dirt sheets had reported that Rhea was coming on Monday. None of them.
Because we're done with them.
We had this conversation already. I think everybody just speculated because we're getting closer to SummerSlam. So
Liv gonna beat her at SummerSlam anyway, so that's all that matters.
I needed to understand also why the entire nut fuck we were why the LWO got moved to Monday Night Raw, and if it was for their participation in this storyline, good. Y'all did great, because I did not understand why the fuck they took them off of SmackDown.
I forgot they did that.
Yeah, I feel like Rhea got hurt and they were like, do something quick. Ray versus Dom. 11 times. Run it now.
I thought they were like banned from doing that match or something, or like I think they banned Ray from. I thought one of the stipulations was like Ray can't wrestle on like Raw or something like that.
What?
It was something like that. I thought one of the stipulations between the Ray and Dom, like a tag match or something.
Let me see. Let me look this up.
And they banned Ray from being on one of the shows. That's why the draft happened and Ray got moved. But then it's either they forgot about the storyline, they don't care about that, or I'm like misinterpreting that. But I'm like 99% sure there was a storyline, there was a stipulation, I should say, that was like if Ray loses, he can't. He's like, you're like banned from the show, and Ray lost, so he was then the draft was like right after that. I've been thinking about that for a long time now. I'm like, that's why I never expected Ray and Dom to ever fight again, at least right now. I'm like, didn't we already have the thing where like Ray had to leave the show? I don't think I'll have to ask somebody. I don't think I'm tripping.
I don't see anything about this on the Googles.
I'm gonna have to ask somebody. I know I'm not tripping about that. I think Dom just said it. Yeah, no, that did happen because they were having a promo and Dom's like, if I win, you gotta leave. And then he got traded or drafted. So it wasn't like it was just a verbal agreement they had because Dom said it.
I didn't start watching Raw again until like August of last year when the New Day came back. Literally the night that the New Day came back was right when I started watching Raw again. because again, y'all cannot pay me to sit through fucking 3 hours, but now I have to because my boys is involved. So like that's literally what it is. So we jumped to the end of the show like really, really fast. Because technically that's all Raw really was, if you ask me. Let's see. That guy with the fucked up arm and the dried up ass fucking Pepsi tattoo, because he needs to get that recolored. There's no color in that tattoo anymore. I'm looking at it like that shit is faded as fuck. The Pepsi merchant, he opened the show. He was then met with a burn it down, as he should have been, because bitch, why you jumping to matches? Seth pretty much said, bitch, like, you play too much. And I'm gonna be coming for you, even though you wasn't on my radar anymore. And now I'm definitely on your ass. And Punk was like, all right, bitch, word. As long as you don't disrespect me, because I told you can only disrespect me one time, and that was like months ago. And then my arms still don't work, so yeah. That's literally what he told him. He was just like, I could slap you, but you know, I'm kind of still like, you injured when it come to Seth, but you just been just Mika Makamuka and all over the fuck of Drew. But okay,
I think he's scared.
And then Seth made a heel joke before Punk could, in regards to his shoes, because you know they love to take a poke at fashion. Y'all just mad y'all niggas can't dress. The only thing good about the things that Punk wears are his sneakers. That's the only good thing that he puts on, and he wears high tops, and I just don't understand that. But whatever.
Ew. Oh.
He wear high top ones, and I just can't get behind that at any point in time. But they aren't bad. Like the color waves aren't bad. It's just he just always have on high top ones. Jey Uso versus Chad Gable. Jey Uso wins that. And he got the fuck out of Dodge when the Wyatts showed up. I don't remember what was on the tape this week.
You said what?
I don't remember what was on the tape this week.
I think it was I'm pretty sure it was Bo just acknowledging that he's sick and everyone who he's with is also sick. And then I think that led to him being backstage in
the office, just sitting there looking like Bray. That shit scared the fuck out of me. That nigga turned around. I said, "Whoa."
I ain't like that. For a few seconds, I was like, whoa.
I said, that's not the right person sitting in that chair. I was very scared. That frightened the shit out of me. Nikki Cross is still continuing to kill the Sister Abigail character. She's doing the work, and it's working. I just want Michael Cole to stop calling her Carrie, because that's not what that is.
Carrie. I just asked one thing, because I don't really care about it. I think it's okay. But I see people starting to already complain about, every week it's a cassette tape.
Yes.
Maybe, just maybe, find a different way to deliver the tape. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like Gable match, lights goes out, she gets up, gives another cassette tape to Cole. If you can find another way to give the cassette tape, or like she gives it to someone else or something like that, I think that is going to like just put a Band-Aid on that. You know what I'm saying?
Or just kill people in the truck and then insert the tape.
Yeah, like I like go have them show up at the end of the show. Not really destroy everyone like I did that last time, but like have them hijack the show at the end. Yeah. and just give the tape to like Triple H or somebody. Something like that, you know. Again, I don't really care about it, but I see people. I was watching a live stream and they weren't like, oh, she keeps doing it. So I'm like, all right, to get them to shut up, let's maybe we can present the cassette tape a different way, so it's not just the same. She gets up, gives it to Cole, and then goes back under the ring or wherever the hell she goes, you know. But everything else is perfection. I'm very. I think this week is going to be freaking Eric Rowan, because they tweeted something earlier.
They've been like flashing pictures. The there was something that was they're doing like the decoding stuff online now. So it's not anymore like creepy QR codes and shit popping up on the TV. Everything is essentially on Twitter. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you are correct. They showed a picture, like it wasn't even like his full face, it was just like the beard. There was like some inverted pictures that was going around earlier this week. They showed a random scary ass picture of Joe Gacy earlier in the week as well. And I like where this is going. I'm just very, 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 very scared of how much Bo looks like Bray. Like that y'all think that Rikishi's genetics is crazy. Something's in the water in the Rotunda family. I'm sorry. That shit is fucking frightening. This is something I want to talk about because I feel like the storyline was left for dead on SmackDown, and it made me happy that when they did move Pete Dunne to Raw. So
Mm-hmm.
prior to Pete Dunne versus Bronson Reed, there was a backstage segment with Sheamus and Bronson Reed, and the way that match ended, it was Sheamus to the rescue for Pete, right? They jumped Bronson or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and Sheamus goes to like, hug Pete, and Pete's like, nah, fuck out of here. And he pushes Sheamus. Sheamus didn't got on Twitter and he tweeted, well, that was weird. And I don't think that anybody like made the connection of everything. So after Edge's last match in August of last year in Canada, right? That was also Sheamus's last match up until like a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And what they made of the Brawling Brutes storyline was Pete being through with Ridge, which is what led Ridge to go back down to NXT. And then him being by himself, and then none of the, like, them not hearing from Sheamus or anything like that. Like he just went ghost on them. That was it. That was done. That was it. So to now bringing that storyline back up, and with the name changing everything, because I don't know if a lot of people like remember the name Butch was given to Pete by Sheamus. So now
Mm-hmm.
he's stripped himself of all the Brawling Brute stuff and he's his own person again. Now Sheamus is back and is trying to be back into, you know, I got my little homie with me. And Pete is not feeling the shit at all. So I'm happy that the storyline is being brought back to the front, because I felt like a lot of people forgot about that. Like a lot of people might have looked at that situation on Monday and been like, what the fuck is his problem? But no, that goes all the way back to last year when they were still on SmackDown. And he just felt like he was left alone, and then his tag partner wasn't fucking doing shit but injuring people, and he had to become his own self. And then that's when Tyler came in and all of this shit. And now he's alone again because Tyler's fucking hurt. He had to have surgery. So we're gonna see Pete and Sheamus trying to figure out what the fuck happened to the Brawling Brutes on Monday Night Raw. So I'm kind of excited for that, because I enjoyed that threesome when it was a threesome, before neck breakers just started breaking freaking necks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't been really a big fan of the Brawling Brutes, but I mean, the continuation of the storyline is cool.
Yeah,
and I can't hate on that. So I mean, um, I'm more interested in Pete and Sheamus as solo superstars. So I hope this I don't want to see a reconciliation of the three.
Oh no,
Especially
for
not
sure,
Ridge,
no.
because he's
Ridge
no.
is that's chase you all the way. Stay over there.
Yeah. Sheamus is doing fine, and Pete's doing fine. So, I don't know. I mean, I would be interested in I guess a program between the two, but I'm not really emotionally invested into the Brawling Brute storyline. So I mean, if they can make me invested, that's cool too. But at the moment, it's like, okay, I appreciate it for what it is, though.
Oh. The Judgment Day defeats Braun Strowman and R-Truth. When the fuck did Carlito become a part of the fucking Judgment Day? I just need someone to like let me know
I
that.
told you he's been a part of that group for a long time now.
So I asked this question. I'm gonna ask this question again. Why were they so accepting of Carlito but gave R-Truth a hard fucking time? Is it because he black?
Yes.
Oh.
Next question.
Because it was like Priest was like, yo, like you fucked up my match at Backlash last year in Puerto Rico. I don't really fuck with you. I don't really trust you like that. But at the same time, he's ducking the smoke from Ray and the rest of the LWO. So they're like protecting him. It doesn't make any sense. Like they accepted him immediately where JD had to work to get into the Judgment Day, and then Truth wasn't accepted at all. It doesn't make sense.
They definitely added Carlito really fast. I'm like, what did he do? Like, what did he do to get in?
Because when Pierce announced the match, he was like, the Judgment Day, and then he named Finn, JD, and Carlito. I said, what the fuck did he become? Just because y'all put his merch in black and white don't mean he's in the Judgment Day. What the? Where's the vest? Like where the purple? Somebody
he was
tell
definitely
me
hanging with him.
something.
He definitely hanging with him for a little bit now, so I just assumed they just brought him in. I was like,
He could
okay,
just been
I
tossing
guess.
apples around and shit. Get the fuck on somewhere.
I didn't really think too much of it because I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's just there. And R-Truth still is in the Judgment Day because I will not forget about that table match.
Jumped out.
They said if he beats JD, he's in. He beat JD.
Jumped out.
No, they just hit him hard a few times. I refuse. No. Carlito didn't get jumped in or out. He just wore a shirt. Now they tell him he in the group. It's crazy.
How did this match end in a DQ? Did Braun grab a fucking chair? Like, what the fuck?
I did not watch this match. I
He
have no
did.
idea.
He threw a fucking. He threw one of them rolly chairs at them niggas. Why are y'all picking up desk chairs? What?
He likes doing that. He did that to Roman a few years ago, I think. Just beamed it at him.
Braun?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
I have to go look this up.
I think I'm like, yeah.
Sitting in front of
they were having some kind of match. I think it was on Raw, and Braun just like beamed the chair at him.
Sitting in front of a goddamn computer. Braun Breaker throws. Not throws Ricochet. Y'all rude.
Huh. That too.
Hey Braun, chairs are for sitting, not throwing. This is for 3 days ago. You said Roman Reigns. No, that was Braun Strowman, not Breaker.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Strowman.
No, Someone Breaker.
Oh.
He definitely beamed this chair at this man's face in Canada. God bless.
What in the world did you just send me? The blood. What is this?
You don't like the Barbie poster?
What in the world is happening here?
It's fire, and they made Solo's shirt pink.
Wow.
They're in the Barbie dream car. It's cute. You're a hater. Yeah, Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov ends in a DQ because Braun just started throwing rolly chairs at people. Damage Control defeats the Party Birds. I don't know why somebody called them the Party Birds. Kaden, Katana, and Lyra. And then
the Party Birds.
And then Sonya Deville popped up and gave Zoe Stark some fucking aura just by standing next to her. So that was great. I didn't watch the match. I just saw Sonya run in the ring and I was just like, my baby daddy's back and I'm excited. So
they need something. So Sonya, please do something.
So you're not gonna say nothing about the fact that I just called that woman my baby father?
No.
Okay.
That's not, nope. I'm not even getting into that. But then you're gonna start explaining. I don't feel like having that conversation with you right now.
I would also like to tell everyone out there in Twitter world, Zoe Stark is a straight woman. The lesbian jokes aren't funny. They're offensive. Cut it the fuck out. But if that's what y'all want to do, block me.
That's real.
We discussed the end of the show. Dominic finally beats his dad. He started eating coochie in the middle of the match. In front of his dad. His dad actually calls that. Like, Ray tripped Dom, and then he just went face first into Liv's pussy. Like, that shit was crazy.
Man.
That's a crazy way to set your son up. Like, insane, actually. Then, as they're, like, having their celebratory, like, Lita Edge moment, Mommy's music pops. She's back. And shit's real, you know? Liv's entire plan has worked this entire time. The last thing she said to Rhea was, everything that you love will be mine. That included the title and Dominic. She did everything to help the Judgment Day do things that Rhea couldn't help do. Dom got a win over his dad. Rhea couldn't help with that. She was too busy wrapping her legs around his fucking throat and choking him out. Making him have a fucking sexual awakening and shit. The Judgment Day got the tag titles back. And then she's the women's world champion. I still think that her, Finn, and JD are working together. No one can tell me any different. And at some point, because there's been like friction in the Judgment Day since Money in the Bank last year, Priest and Finn are gonna come to blows eventually.
Yeah.
Again. I think a lot of people forget about how niggas got to where they at now, but it's gonna happen.
I just want my apologies in MLA format, 12.5.
From who?
12.5. You know? Everyone who said Liv couldn't hold a storyline that was interesting, and all of them are the same people who are talking about it every week. So it's
they're gonna move the goalpost and say she used sex to do so,
and then I can move it back and say Rhea did the same thing. Now what?
Ooh.
I think y'all calling her mommy for. Why y'all calling mommy for? I see y'all. I see, and I've been waiting. For so long. They said she couldn't do it. They said she's gonna win a championship. They said she's gonna do a storyline. that was interesting, and she's doing all of those things. And Rhea just came back.
I also love that they've remastered the China and Eddie storyline. Like, I love this a lot. I don't think our listeners know, but China is my all-time favorite female wrestler, and I see a lot of her and Rhea. And with Dom doing the whole mullet thing, the nasty ass mustache that Eddie's was trimmed up, sir. They're doing like that whole thing, and it's great to see, because that is something that was part of my childhood, and seeing it firsthand as an adult with different people in the exact same way, it's amazing. I love that they're doing that. Monday should be very interesting. It's already been announced that Rhea is opening the show, so everybody buckle up and prepare to like scream because somebody's gonna get hurt really, really badly. I at first, when Liv ran, I didn't understand it, but now I understand why she did it, because this was, again, like I said at the beginning, this was all part of her plan. This whole thing was a setup from the beginning, and everyone in the Judgment Day except for Priest folded. Everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah.
And I need all those freaking Liv Morgan haters to stop acting like Rhea isn't doing the exact same. Like, oh, Liv's doing things to Dom. Rhea did all of those things plus more to get Dom to where he's at now.
Oh my God, Tony Khan, please hire me.
This is just the remix. This is just the remix. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I'm seeing way too many Liv haters trying to find new ways to be stupid and say, oh, well, Liv's doing this to Dom. Yes, Dominic is a victim. Yes. Rhea started this story, and everyone was laughing, and everyone was joking around, saying "mommy" and jumping around. So laugh and joke when Liv does it too. Same thing.
I'm gonna cry like really, really badly right now. Like,
same thing.
Super bad. I'm gonna cry. Oh my God.
What's your problem?
So, get the results from Dynamite on Wednesday. I had to go to allelitewrestling.com.
Oh.
This website is set up like a fucking WordPress website, and it just, oh my fucking God. These niggas is using this damn Georgia font, and it's just, with the Cosmic Sands and the cut, like, please.
Oh, gosh.
I had to come over here for the results of the show. These niggas got full quote. Did y'all type out the entire fucking promo? Oh my God. Oh my God. They have the script online. I'm going to just fucking pull my hair out. Tony Khan, please. Oh my God. Please.
I didn't know I did that.
Just don't nobody check their fucking website.
Damn.
Okay, so the Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament final was Hangman Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson. Bryan wins the match. He's going to face Swerve at All In?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be glorious.
Oh my God, there's so many quotes. Oh my God. They just copied and pasted the fucking script onto the website. What the fuck? A music video played, made by The Acclaim, featuring their diss track to AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. Y'all didn't even spell diss track right. There's 2 S's in diss.
Oh, no.
Anyway, the next thing that happened on the show was a Stampede Street fight. Chris Jericho versus Samoa Joe. If I scroll down to the end of this, please tell me who fucking won this match. Oh! An unconscious Samoa Joe was taken away by paramedics in an ambulance. What the fuck did Jericho do? He threw hot coffee on him. I gotta go watch Dynamite.
Why do you do that?
No, they're detailing the match like blow for blow on this. Matter of fact, I'm about to share the screen. That
hot coffee on me?
Hot coffee is crazy. What did he do? Open that up if you can. No, that's crazy. It says Jericho threw hot coffee at Samoa Joe's face. He countered with the Judas effect with the rear end naked choke. He cracked him in the back of the head with a steel chair. See, they was trying to kill Samoa Joe. Joe, come back to WWE and just do commentary, please. Chris Jericho wrapped his belt around his fist and punched Samoa Joe in the head. He put him on a pallet, on a forklift. That's what that was. I thought that was just y'all playing around and just putting the gif of Kevin and Roman. That was Samoa Joe on the pallet. Okay. He smiled and drove it through a wall. I saw that. And the wall, that wall was made of fucking wood. He just wasn't sheetrock. He went through a wooden wall, and that was just it. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Stop putting Cesaro in fucking Foreman matches. Piss me off. That would be great. I would love that. Mercedes
They kept doing the Malachi.
For whatever reason, she had another celebration. Did her last one got interrupted by Dana Brooke, I guess. Whatever. Not Dana Brooke. Jesus Christ. Britt Baker. Britt Baker. Hey man, blonde white women, they all look the same to me. I just, do you see all these quotes on the screen?
Yeah, that is a lot of words.
There's no summary. It's just script.
That's interesting.
I have not seen Darby Allin since that one pay-per-view. I promise you. Okay. Here's where the show gets juicy and things that I care about. So, the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament was Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. So what we do know is that Mariah won. However, why the fuck did Chris get her ass involved? What the fuck is going on?
I guess her and Willow are still feuding, I guess.
Mariah will be facing Toni at All In. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, here we go. After the match, Mariah took the Owen Hart Foundation women's belt and smashed it into Toni Storm's head. Mariah May whipped Toni with the belt. Homeboy tried to stop Mariah, but she also hit him with the belt. She wowed out. Toni's head busted open. Blood dripping all over the place. And, what? She hit her with her shoe? She hit her with the heel? Oh my goodness. I didn't see the clip. I just keep seeing pictures of Toni's face just, like, covered in blood.
You gotta watch that clip. The clip was freaking brutal.
I wanted to watch the whole like Dynamite. I tried to watch it the other day, but every time I go to like watch wrestling in the kitchen while I'm eating, because of like the position that the TV is in, I have to look up. Ain't nobody trying to do out of that. I'm trying to just get my food in and get the fuck out. We're not tuning into Rampage or Collision. So yeah. That's how that ended. There was a lot going on there.
I want to go to AEW Full Gear. That'd be my first AEW pay-per-view. I do want to go.
Go.
But if they just have a real like stupid card, I'm gonna get angry. That's the thing.
Also,
AEW, I have to like be interested in the card for me to want to go.
Being in Newark is kind of at night is kind of ghetto. If they're having it at the Prudential Center, it's very ghetto. I went to the Millennial Tour at the Prudential Center in Newark. Very urban. That's nice building, but it's in the middle of the hood.
Damn. That's not
like
good.
The building is there, right? And then like facing forward, downtown, nice. Behind it, hood. Just urban.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
There haven't been any AEW shows in Connecticut this year, which I'm very surprised by because they usually do at least one show here. And it's usually around this time of year, and they just haven't done anything. So
I really would like to bring myself to go to one. It's just
I had the chance last year, but I went to Texas instead. So
oh well.
Yeah, that's about it. No, the tickets aren't even on sale yet, so you're fine. Let's see. Friday Night SmackDown, because we're gonna skip over TNA because there was a lot that happened at TNA that makes me like angry because I wasn't there and I could have been there.
Is something in your throat?
Yeah. So Friday Night SmackDown. For whatever fuck ass reason they had Miss Money in the Bank open the show. No one cares. Bailey walked out. She was popping her shit. You
Jesus.
know, as she should, you know. And then here come Nia, Queen Nia, if you nasty. She came out there and she was like, bitch, remember we have a match, and you ain't been shit since you was the hugger, so what's up, BBL Bailey? And till this fucking day, and it's been almost 24 hours, BBL Bailey is still trending, you freaks!
It's Nia's fault. Darn it.
Anyway, so they try and jump Bailey, but Michin pulls up, skirt. I kind of knew where the beginning of the show was going when Nia pops out in gear, but then again, Nia always pops out in gear because she doesn't have regular clothes apparently. Like, girl,
doesn't have street clothes.
She's just always in gear. Like just like Cody's always in fucking suits. Like, please, somebody.
Ready to rock.
So she popped up, so I figured that her and Michin's match was first. They put on a banger. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. Given the circumstances that I was in last night while SmackDown was on, I was still enjoying my wrestling. I didn't give a fuck about the drama. My girls was cooking. Michin has lost a lot of weight, or am I tripping? She looks.
I didn't notice.
She looks smaller to me.
I genuinely did not notice. I mean,
Keith Lee, what you doing to my girl? Don't make me come whoop your ass. But yeah.
No, what's Triple H doing? Because she keep losing.
You said what?
What's Triple H doing there? Because she keep losing every match, and it's crazy.
She said she just wanted to wrestle. She didn't necessarily say she wanted to win anything. She just wanted to.
Well, I see that. Yeah. that is a true statement. It got to be because oh my god.
But I figured this was a size match, honestly. Anyway, so Nia was gonna win that regardless because big women rule the world, and I mean like height wise, not necessarily weight wise. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Look like AJ Styles got that creamsicle beat out of him in Japan. Nia won. She flattened her per usual, nothing out of the ordinary. Do you see the difference in websites here?
Yes.
Mind you, I have this zoomed in because when you put it back, it's just small text.
Oh. It's like I'm reading a script for a play or something.
Shit is crazy. But after the match, Bayley attacks Nia from behind. She gets flattened, and Tiffany looks at her briefcase as if she wants to cash it. She goes to think about it, and Nia stops her like, "Girl, what the fuck you doing?" And she was like, I'm just joking. Girl, don't let that girl punk you out of not cashing in your shit now. Which is like I had discussed. I didn't mind her winning. I just wanted to see how the dynamic between the two of them would go, with Nia being queen of the ring and having an upcoming match with Bayley, and Tiffany having that briefcase, and they're supposed to be like a big sister, little sister type of thing. I just wanted to see how that was gonna go. And it's going just the way I thought it would go. The Bald Brigade got their asses whooped.
The Bald Brigade?
My fault. Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin got beat the fuck up by Legado del Fantasma, but this match also had an interference in it because Elektra and Santos just can't seem to keep their fucking hands to themselves. So that's how that match ended. What's wrong with the Bald Brigade? Them niggas is bald.
I thought they were spit shine. I thought that's what you called them yesterday.
Wow, that is true.
I didn't know what name you're going. That's why it confused me.
I mean, I also called them the Bald Avengers.
The Bald.
I said I could have called them spit shiny. You would have still been upset. But the Bald Avengers, you know.
I don't care what you call Corbin. Apollo Crews needs to be called Dr. Apollo Crews.
Bald Brigade flows better. The BB.
Yes.
I'm happy you couldn't see the face I just made. I just did the sheesh. I just did that face.
Okay.
The match is finally happening. Please take this belt away from Logan Paul. I've had enough. He allowed former President Trump to fucking touch the belt, so it's time for it to be removed from him. Yesterday. If y'all have Logan Paul win this match, I promise you, I'm sending all types of emails, and y'all gonna have to block me, and then I'll just be me just not getting that job at WWE because y'all playing in my face.
I don't think that's a safe move for you to do. I just think
go down to headquarters with a fucking picket sign. Down with Triple H. Down with Triple H. Down with Triple H.
Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there.
Oh man. I really hope that she didn't re-injure her shoulder that she was working with all those years ago and was still working on when she walked out of the company. I hope she didn't re-injure that motherfucker during that ladder match, because I would still the sign will be double-sided. I promise you it will be. But
she had tape on.
Yeah, but she was also like pulling on it after the match was over. I also don't know what the fuck that tape does.
I don't know.
I've seen people put them on for like marathons and stuff. I've seen people wear them at Disney, and I'm just like, what does it do?
I thought it meant that I thought it was just like I'm hurt tape. I don't know what the
I'm hurt tape.
I think it's supposed to
like help with your muscle or something like that. Like it's supposed to like pull on the muscle. I don't fucking know. But Naomi defeated Blair Davenport. Thank you, Jesus. Sweet hallelujah. Amen. We're not putting that bitch over. We're not. Fuck her. And her filler in her face. That's making her look older than what the fuck she is.
What you do to you?
Fuck her. She's disrespectful. Can't stand these bitches. I've never liked Blair Davenport. Even when she won at Deadline, that's exactly what I did. Like real bad. And then proceeded to tell Lash Legend how much of a beautiful black queen she was, because why the fuck did Blair Davenport win?
Well, damn.
Yeah, I never liked her. Something about that Cruella de Vil ass hair. I can't get with it. I don't know what she is. I don't know what her gimmick is supposed to be, but she's just like rude and she needs to put the filler down. As Tiffany Stratton as well. Like y'all are very, very, very young. Y'all have to give y'all features times to come in, and y'all aren't doing that because y'all are injecting things into your face. Stop. But yeah, we're not putting Blair Davenport over. Fuck her. She tried to sneak this she did sneak this my girl at the in the backstage after the match was over. Like she was like, "Oh, like congratulations, da 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 da," and then you snuck her. You're a punk ass bitch. Fuck you. Then the big three reunited on screen.
That made me very happy.
That was another agenda I was pushing. Like, if we would have had Naomi be Miss Money in the Bank, and then she beat Bailey's ass, and then the tag team of the strong women, they get the titles back, they could be a fucking like faction. But y'all don't want to make me happy and put black women together, so like, I guess I'll just settle for backstage segments.
It's a damn shame.
What's a damn shame?
They should be presented as a faction on TV, the three of them.
Thank you.
You had them set up like that at WrestleMania. They're like, well.
No, we're going to have her go side with Bailey. Like, what?
They're like, we're going to keep Bianca and Jay together. Naomi, Bailey. Like, what? Like, why are you? No. You said them do a whole thing. They came out with the whole thing. They had a whole entrance.
Don't do that. Entrance, like, I don't understand.
We're doing all that.
It makes me sad. I'm going to cry now. Because we bought it back up. You know, and I have big 3 merch and stuff, you know. Here's where the show got like interesting, because for me, SmackDown last night was very flat. I didn't record much reactions aside from like the ending of the show, because again the show felt flat to me. Nothing was eventful till we got to the end. Like they put Cody and Randy in our face. Randy mentioned something about the belt, and then Randy proceeded to get his ass beat behind helping Cody, so that will be fuel for him to turn, and we get that match. So when I was asking people on the internet how they would book that, no one really gave me a proper answer, but the way that they set that up last night was perfect. So if that's how we're gonna get Cody versus Randy, I'm all for it. This tag match didn't end the way I thought it was going to end. I thought that Theory was going to turn on Waller at the end of this match, and he didn't. I feel like he should have. But then I'm also delusional.
Oh, damn.
What?
Could you hear me there then?
No. What did you say?
I forget. I just realized I just realized you couldn't hear me. Where were you at?
Well, the last thing that you said was about the big 3. And then I said that all of SmackDown felt flat. So did you say anything about that?
No, I feel like I like lost audio for a second. I totally forgot. I totally didn't hear you for a minute. That's what I'm confused.
Well, I was basically saying that I thought that Theory was going to turn on Waller last night, and it just didn't happen. Like, they're slowly turning him face, but they're not doing it fast enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like partially they're kind of scared because I think they're worried if they do the Austin Theory face turn, it's not going to work. I still believe that Cena took what was left of like what Theory could do. You know what I'm saying? in theory, can turn face all he wants. I don't know if it's going to work all the way. And if it doesn't work all the way, that's really bad.
I think we should also just stop putting people against John Cena.
I don't think
Like
that's
newer
gonna happen.
talent. I think we should just stop doing that. In 2024, we should stop. We should Triple H. We should stop doing that. Let him face all the old heads that he's already beaten. I don't want to see him touch anyone new. Unless, y'all do decide to put him on SmackDown. I do want to see Jacob just like run through his body.
No, because this
Put him in
whole
the ring.
run, Cena should not lose once.
Oh, okay. Never
And
mind then.
I don't want Jacob to lose either. So they need to be far away from each other. Jacob gonna forget where he's at and knock Cena's block off. And I'm not trying to see that. I'm gonna start crying. So I need them to situate that before too long. Don't do that. Keep Jacob away. The only person that needs to be near him that's in that bloodline is Roman and maybe Solo again. Maybe. But you keep JACOB FATU away from John Cena. I'm not playing around.
Get him closer. So this match ends with DIY retaining, and then as motherfuckers is leaving the goddamn ring, Jacob just comes in like a fucking wrecking ball. No Miley. It just starts whooping everybody ass. Theory caught it first. Like, he trucked that little nigga. Like,
I'm fully convinced Jacob started running backstage and never stopped running all the way from the ramp. Like he got a running start from backstage and came with every amount of momentum and just knocked Theory's stars off.
fucking killed him. Like, he died. I didn't see Waller anymore after that either. He didn't get touched. I don't think Jacob touched him. Where the fuck was where? See, that's even more fuel for him to fucking leave him. Where the fuck he was at when this big bitch was just blowing through me?
Gone. Good for Grayson to get out of there.
Fucking Aussie bitch.
Get out of there.
Jacob then proceeds to not one but two moonsaults against the tag team champs by himself. Took them out. Like, badly. That was terrible. I'm still laughing at your shock. Like when I saw your reaction video, I was just like, why is he appalled? We knew this about Jacob.
Why? He.
Yeah.
It.
Mm-hmm. What else?
They need to put him away. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
Someone needs to stop him before it's too late. He's doing moonsaults and taking tag teams out of their shoes alone.
Yes.
I'm not shocked at him doing
Enforcer.
I'm just shocked that no one could stop him. That's my issue. And I was always every time I see him doing that, I'm shocked because even though I know he can, it's still crazy to watch it. You know, so I Roman Reigns, you got to come back, man. Don't even worry about Solo right now. You have a much bigger problem, and he does flips. So you probably should worry about that right now.
Well, I'm happy you said that because while Solo was talking and trying to get Massachusetts of all places to acknowledge him, sir, you are Samoan. That state is very much red. That wasn't working. There was some Solo supporters though. I did see some Solo merch out there in the crowd in that front row. You are loved.
Ooh,
you are seen. You are
industry
seen. Solo mentioned Roman, and the camera zoomed in on Jacob. When I say they zoomed in, like he had prayer hands and like he said Roman's name, and like Jacob like looked up with this evil twitch in his eye. Let's see if I can find it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, that's when I was just like, I think Roman sent him. Like, cause there's no way. There's no fucking way. Why is Nia twerking on top of Michin's body? I don't understand. Look at this. Ah!
See, man, no. Please be on Roman's side.
I think that I should be able to find it scrolling through my Twitter because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's man. You saw that, right?
He was running from the entire way. He was running.
Waller literally ran. He saw Jacob coming and he ran. That should be theory sign that your mans do not fuck with you. I don't look. And you just backstage waiting for your music to pop, and your family walling.
It's not his business no more.
No, I've had enough of him. Where's the damn? Because I for sure said it. I'm gonna make a shirt like this for the Bloodline.
That's real.
The death row shit. I just have to get renders. Is it not in my? I need to find it. But they dead zoomed in, and it was, this is crazy, and it was really really bad. Oh well, it's not there. It was really bad, and I said it when I saw it. I called it out immediately. Like, bro, there's no way that no one else saw this. As I said earlier, Solo called out Jimmy, Paul, and Roman. So that is only inevitable that those three are coming back as a unit. I don't understand why Jimmy would even fucking side with his bitch ass cousin, but it is what it is. They're saying that his storyline is he's gonna be trying to get revenge on Solo and Tama for what they did, but Jacob and Tongaloa are also a part of the bloodline now as well, and there's really nothing like those two can do against that one big scary man.
It's not good.
Good. So that's it for this week in wrestling. What we did not talk about was your GOAT announced his retirement at Money in the Bank. What was that?
I lost my breath for a second. Every time I hear it, it just...
John Cena's retiring.
Please stop saying it.
But that's what he said.
Yeah, I know what he said. It's just, please stop saying it. Please. It's just, it hurts. Okay. It hurts me. Physically, mentally, financially, every other kind of lead. It just hurts, you know. I know you're not too fond of him, you know, and I'm
not.
sorry.
I'm not fond of the white man from Massachusetts cosplaying a black rapper for the majority of his fucking career and calling himself Dr.
Whatever.
Thugonomics. Yeah, I'm not.
Everyone's trying to hear that. Everybody's trying to hear all that. Anyway, nah. Think it. No, you know what's funny, yo?
What?
I understand I understand your viewpoint with that.
Because I'm black, yes.
Yes, but the thing is, I'm black too.
And you enjoy it. See, we're different. Oh, because here's the clip. Look at his face.
Oh dear God.
Look at him. Why'd they zoom in?
Oh no.
It's fucking scary.
We're gonna break this down very, very quickly.
I'm still hot. Knock your shell off. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's bars.
No, you shut up.
Do the verse.
No.
You know.
John Cena sucks.
Listen, it's a wrestling gimmick.
No, that's John's real life. He made an album. He made an album. He made an album. He made an album.
You've watched Total Divas before. Lisha, you've watched Total Divas before. You know how he.
That's post Dynamics.
Lisha,
oh my God, he's Lisha,
please. Lisha, please. Lisha, please. You're talking to me, okay? We've had this conversation about Total Divas. You've watched him not act like the Doctor of Thugonomics in his house. We had this conversation an hour before we started recording. Come on. You know what John Cena is in real life. Stop. You don't have to like him. I'm not telling you to not like him. That you can like whoever you want to like. But that reason is just a wrestling gimmick. That's what that is. And no matter what, I think the basis around him doing that is the racism of Vince McMahon. Because we all know Vince McMahon treated black superstars as if they were just his plaything.
He told Matt Hardy that because he knew how to rap, to act black. What?
You're right. What are your feelings about Matt Hardy?
Matt didn't do it.
Okay.
Like what?
And first of all, Cena did not do that gimmick for his entire career. Ruthless. He completely changed it halfway in. You know? And thing is, one, Cena has the ability to rap. He's good at rapping. He's never said a racial slur. What's the... I don't see what the issue is. It's a wrestling gimmick that got him to the point where he is now. And you know what I'm saying? But listen, this is not about explaining why Lisha doesn't like him. She doesn't have to. I'm saying this because I respect John Cena because he was one of the few people beyond Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio and stuff like that actually got me to care about this wrestling company that I've been watching for my entire life. So while he's had his moments that I think are stupid, he's had his burials of talent, he's had his match that he really shouldn't have won. We just got done watching Bray and Cena. That Cena shouldn't have won that. It was a whole bunch of stuff. Cena demolishing the Nexus when that shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? John Cena will always be the greatest of all time, just off of pure impact. You know, a lot of people don't like him. Again, you don't have to like him, but I think at some point you have to acknowledge not only stats but just experience, quality of match, quality of him keeping himself up to wrestle and basically have like 3 or 4 primes. You know what I'm saying? He's a household name outside of the company now. And just me personally, he's my second favorite of all time. And you can't talk about the history of the WWE and not mention John Cena, whether you like him or not. So I will be locked in for his retirement tour. I will be going to one of his, at least 2 of his last appearances. I hope he goes to a few SmackDowns too, because I want him to show SmackDown some love, because we all know Cena is historically a Raw superstar, but I want him to show some love to SmackDown. I think Cena, his last run on SmackDown, when he was going against Roman and stuff like that, I thought that was just cool, because it was a whole new look for Cena just being on SmackDown, you know. But yeah, I'm just it breaks my heart that he's leaving, even though we all knew it was coming at some point. But
I honestly thought his last match was against Solo.
I'm really happy it's not. I really
thought Crown Jewel was it.
If Solo retired Cena, I would have had a grievance, but thank the Lord. But yeah, I do agree that I don't want to see Cena go against a lot of newer superstars, you know. I think his first match at Raw, the Raw on Netflix, should be against CM Punk. I think that should be the main event of that Raw. It's not. I don't think it's too egregious. It's not for a title. It's not on the pay-per-view. You give them a Netflix match, and that's how you end off one of the greatest moments in the company's history, in going to a non-TV channel kind of streaming platform. I hope his last match. I hope his last WrestleMania match is against Randy. Actually, no. I think his last match, period, should be against Randy. His last WrestleMania match, I hope he wins a championship, because I want him to be a 17-time world champion or become IC champion. One of those two things. Like I said earlier, I don't think Cena should lose throughout this entire run at all. I think that's why I think I'm very scared about who they're going to put him in the ring with. I don't think any of them should beat him. You know what I'm saying? So Cena goes undefeated for the last run, kind of like the way AEW books Sting for like his whole AEW run. Mm-hmm. And then we end off one of the greatest careers of all time, just the way it should be, with him on top. Only thing is, with him being a champion, he would have to lose. I don't want him to relinquish the championship or anything like that. So at some point, he would have to lose, and I highly doubt he's not going to put some people over during this time. You can run an AJ Styles match back. You can run a Kevin Owens match back. There's a lot of people that are still there that he can just fight again. You can do Rey Mysterio again, Sami Zayn again. Like I said, CM Punk, Randy, of course. I would love for him to do Rollins again. I would love for Cena to get a win over Roman, because Roman just won't lose to Cena for some reason. I would love for Cena to get his win back.
But that's a fucking curse.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need to break that curse, because we don't have much time left. We have a little over a year. December 2025, it's wraps. You know what I'm saying? So we got to speed this up.
Yeah. I'm just playing. Keep going.
But yeah, it's just that's what I hope. But I thank Cena for being one of the biggest reasons why I still watch this company, why I even know what wrestling is. So that is something that will never can be taken away. And just well wishes to his body. I don't want him to get hurt during this run too. That's what I'm really worried about, because this whole run could go however the plan is, but he gets hurt, and that's just, it's messing with stuff, messing with his movie roles, things of that nature. So wishing good health to him and everyone who he's working with, and everyone else, for real. And then we can end off the greatest of all time the right way, and then we'll see what the future holds.
I have my tweet that I'm gonna tweet on the day of his very, very last match. And it's kind of similar to what I tweeted during Kobe's last match. And yeah.
It's gonna be you hating.
Yes.
Oh God.
Oh, that tweet from Kobe's last match was insane. I had to later delete it after he passed away, but like, it wasn't very nice at all. It was like a good riddance, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. You still the greatest though. Some shit like that.
Why did you say that to Kobe Bryant? I'm not. I'm so appalled right now.
I had a hate for Kobe 24, but I love Kobe Kobe number 8. There's a difference in the players.
The same nigga. You know what?
This is difference. We're not gonna talk about that. This is a wrestling podcast.
I'm so appalled. Spalding ball.
Okay. Are you looking at the screen?
Yes, I'm looking at the screen.
Can we play a game of what if?
What if you want a hater? Let's talk about that. Yeah.
So I was just scrolling Twitter, liking pictures of Jade Cargill because that leopard print looked amazing.
Indeed.
And then came across this foolishness. So it says Survivor Series triple threat match: Liv Morgan, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and I guess all their titles are up for grabs in this match because all the titles are featured. It's funny that y'all think that Bayley's making it all the way to November with the title. Um, um,
Oh,
so what if this was a match? How would you book it?
Liv wins.
Oh, well, you other than everybody else in the comments.
I'm teetering into Roxanne Perez fatigue, or at least on NXT. So I need her to go to the main roster quick. I'm very much teetering. That's why. That's partially the reason why I wanted Lola to beat her. But you know, I just want her to go to the main roster. I'm so tired of her being on Netflix. I mean Netflix. So tired of her being on NXT.
He did not kick him because he didn't like his chicken. Y'all are sick. Oh, what did you think of the Rascals popping up on NXT?
TNA wins again.
Wes TNA was literally about to cry. Look at his face. Bro didn't know what the fuck to think. That shit scared the shit out of him. That's amazing.
TNA wins again, and I'm so excited. And TNA fight back, bro, because you giving them Joe Hendry and MSK, and they giving you Izzy Dame, even though I love Izzy Dame.
Well,
ask for more.
No quarter catch crew slid over there. Oh, that's what we need to talk about. Let's go back to NXT. When the fuck are we gonna have Charlie Dempsey fucking investigated for like mass murder? Every time somebody who's a part of his fucking group, if their contract expires or they get released, they end up in a fucking body bag. What is going on over there? What are y'all doing?
Handling some business.
And then y'all just replaced what is it, Damon Kemp or whatever the fuck his name? They just replaced him with Tavion. Is that boy's name? I think that's his name. That's all y'all did. Y'all just replaced one curly haired black with another one. What? Like what? I didn't do nothing for real. Cause if you ask me, same person, different font. Like, stop playing around. What the fuck?
I don't know what Tavion Heights does, so I mean, I gotta wait and see. I guess I don't know. I don't care about the new quarter Nickelback boys. You know,
that's crazy.
Lollipop Guild. I don't care. So
we have to take Wepa out of Damian Priest's vocabulary as well, because every time he say that shit, something is happening, and ew.
What the hell?
That's chicken. No, it's sausage. Looks like poop. Anyway, that is all for this week's episode of the Wrasslin Room. We were all over the place, but we got a lot of things done. We don't have to play any games because we had a lot to talk about. We're still trying to get the schedule together for this podcast because it's no longer every Tuesday. We'll figure it out. Until then, I am JACOB FATU's merch, and this is
Doc Rivers. Oh my, that really hurts. I don't. It's really there it is. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's it. They keep firing him like shit. That's the. Like, I know he's not a good coach, but like at some point they have to stop because like the Sixers one, I didn't understand that because he didn't do anything, but like at the same time he didn't do anything, you know. But they keep firing him, and like it's the player's fault at some point. We need to start blaming Joel Embiid for being trash. At some point, we need to. Fraudulent MVP, Mickey Mouse MVP.
Hey. And this has been the Wrasslin Room. You can listen to us on all platforms, where you can get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon. You can now actually find the podcast under our names. So if you type in Laugh Not Famous or Laisha Maurice, the podcast will pop up instead of it being listed under the Wrasslin Room. Whatever the fuck, I fixed that. You can find me on social media everywhere at Laisha Maurice X3, except for Instagram, that is Blue Rebel X3. If you happen to find the Laisha Maurice X3 Instagram, do not follow that page. That page is for locals and locals only, and it's a dead page. I haven't posted on that page since I went to Raw in May, and it was literally just a picture of me taking a picture of a phone of me calling Loft. So there's nothing there to look at. Yeah. Where can they find you at?
You can follow me on
Oh my
Doc
God! Rivers. Be serious.
At Doc Rivers on Instagram, Twitter. And on the Coaching Anonymous website, where they complain about head coaches and how bad they are. I'm always trending on there. So if you want to have a complaint, just put that on there. As for me, you know what I'm saying. Laugh Not Famous.
He did a voice switch. I fucking hate it.
On MySpace, like always.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say something else. Oh, yes. NCAA 25 is coming out. So if you want to see what college I'm committing to and when we're going to win a championship, follow me on Kick or Twitch under Laugh Not Famous, where I stream. And we going a lot of good things are about to happen over there. So come on down, you know what I'm saying?
Episode is 2 hours and 37 minutes. We're getting the
That's
fuck
real.
out of here, and I'm going to end it by saying this. Yeet.